then here, sponsors are not usually willing to pay until the individual has proven their worth. So basically by this I mean, until you really prove that you're selling product, you're pushing product, you're bringing them business, they're not going to give you money. There's no reason for them to. Unless, like I said, they're just trying to give it away, but that's not going to be a long-term relationship. Our whole goal is we want long-term relationships. We want to grow as the companies we're with grow, and the only way to do that is to continue to prove your importance to that company. The next one is large established companies versus smaller, newer companies versus non-endemic companies. A large company, there's going to be a high ceiling. There's going to be a lot of room to grow. But then again, with those larger companies, yeah, they have a big budget, but a lot of it's going to be tied up. So for the most part, you're going to start at probably a pretty small discount. Whereas sometimes there may be an opportunity with a smaller company to start at a more of a substantial sponsorship level, whether it be full product, maybe a higher discount product, or maybe even a few dollars to help pay your tournaments. The only issue with this, and what I've grown looking back at it, one thing that I really, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed at myself, but one thing I would have changed is that I would have focused more on the larger established companies, just because, especially as an angler, your goal is to grow. And with these smaller companies, that opportunity is only this high. Whereas those larger companies, the sky's the limit. You never know what the opportunity is. You look at some of the pros that are out there right now that are supporting some of these larger companies. It's great to be established with the larger companies, not only because of the financial standpoint of it, but also from the promotional side, and I'll discuss that here in a little bit. The non-endemic side, there's a lot more money on that side. It's not as tied up. If you can prove the importance of bass fishing and how big the industry is. There's all kinds of quotes out there and all kinds of statistics out there that outline how big this industry really is. And if you can sell the sport of bass fishing and sell the following that it has and how many anglers there are throughout the country, it is going to be important to a company once they understand how big it really is. And there, when I say get a lead, that basically I kind of touched base on that already. When you do contact or you get a contact from maybe like a local friend or something like that that says he has a company that's willing to do it, sometimes you want to ride that pony for as long as you can. You want to jump on there. If he's going to throw money at you, you want to try and get on with that company. But like I said, you just want to keep on trying to prove your importance to them, so it's not going to be a one-year deal. It's going to be a multi-year deal. So when it comes to sponsors, actually, can you go to the next one? So when it comes to sponsors, we're going to go back, but the most important way to solicit any sponsor, period, is social media. I can't stress the importance of social media. It's a free way of advertisement. It all comes down to you. It comes down to you posting, some stuff that looks good to follow. But the different avenues and the opportunities that I've received over the last couple of years because of social media has enabled me to get to where I am. And for people that aren't familiar, we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. These are all different ways to not only grow your fan base, but to also support your sponsors, post things about your sponsors. This is going live, and from what I was told, a few years back, this sport has not really become, especially with social media, it's not about who you know, but it's about who knows you. So it's the more people you constantly get yourself in front of, and the more you really try and brand yourself, the better off you'll be. Okay, go back to the last one. So, and after so kind of going back to social media, visibility is key. You want to try and get out in front of your sponsors, in front of your peers, people in the industry as much as you can. So attending these events are awesome. You're not only seeing new product, you're seeing some of the top dogs in the industry. You're seeing guys that developed a lot of these products. You're shaking hands with professionals, and it's a great way to just get out there. You know, I mean, that's your goal, is you want to be out in front of these people as much as you can if you're trying to pursue a career in the sport.
Bass U, folks. Information is pouring over. If you want to learn more about every lake, how to fish, shallow, deep, in between, skipping docks and rocks and cranking, slow wiggling, chatter, smattering, you get it at Bass U. Get on Bass U TV, check it out, sign up, be a member, be part of it, folks. Keep learning.